Respiratory. Hi, my name is Amy, and I'm a respiratory care student with the Respiratory Care Department. And Mr. Jones, I am here today to give you oxygen, okay? Now, before I begin, I just want to check your ID band, okay? Alright, so I checked his ID band, and now I'm going to assess the patient by getting all the vital signs before I place the oxygen on the patient. So I checked all the vital signs, and now I'm ready to begin. Alright, so with this oxygen tank, okay, you never want to get it out of the cart. It always needs to stay in the safety cart, okay? And the way you can tell this is oxygen, it is a green tank, and there is also a label on the side here that says oxygen, okay? And today, we're going to start you off with a nasal cannula, okay? And that at 2 liters per minute. And before I begin, I'm going to crack the cylinder, okay? So I'm going to crack it before I place the regulator on. And the regulator is a pin index system. And I want to make sure this is tight on, okay? And before I begin everything with that, I can always check to make sure like the pins are okay, and then the washer is okay. There's no cracks or anything in the washer before I apply. All right. Once it is tight on, I want to make sure this is set as 0. And then I will slowly open it and listen for any leaks that I can hear visibly. Or see. All right. And so with the O2 tank, you can see here there's a little meter here, and it's at 1,100. And so to see how long it'll last, you're going to be at 2 liters. So I'm going to take 1,000 times 0.28 and divide that by the 2 liters per minute, okay? So I'm going to take it out of its packaging once I'm ready to do that, because I don't want to get any particles on it. I don't want to cause any infections for the patient. And so we will set it at 2 liters to make sure there's nothing in there, and you can feel that there's a flow coming. There's nothing obstructing that. And so you'll put this on. And you don't hear anything coming out, and I don't feel anything coming out where I plugged it in. And the way you can tell it's working, you can feel the flow coming through there. Now this is they just wanted this to regulate your O2, okay? Now with this, you don't want any of your family or friends like moving this, touching this. I want to make sure it stays in a safe place next to you by your bedside, okay? If you notice it getting down to 550, then we can change it, okay? And I posted the no smoking signs already. I don't want anybody smoking or anything that can cover this, because it can cause combustion, and then it can also cause a fire, okay? Alright, so once I am done, I will shut it off, and I will remove this, and I'll put it back into a plastic container here. Protect it just in case if we need it again. And then before I take it off, I need to make sure this is shut off properly. So I'm going to tighten it all the way. And then I will turn this back on to make sure it goes back down to 0. And you'll notice the little meter will go down to 0 once the regulator is empty. I'll turn it off to 0. And then you can take this off and put this in a safe spot. And then always keep the wrench with the O2 tank, and then set it off to the side. Once I have already administered the oxygen, I need to come back and reassess the patient, make sure their vital signs are okay. So then I check their vital signs, and when I'm done, I will chart everything and wash my hands before I leave their room.